If you want your GM to be world-class, you should try and be a world-class player. There's a lot of content out there for GMs to perfect their craft, but very little on how to be a better player, or at least how to maximize your potential at a table. And that's what I'm bringing you today. There are obviously a ton of different characters you can play, but there is one common trait you should keep consistent between all the characters you play. All your characters should be malleable. And what do I mean when I say your characters should be malleable? I mean that nothing you decide for your character should be set in stone unless it happens in session. A common problem that invested players face when trying to maximize their performance is do a lot of character building ahead of time. Don't get me wrong, this is great. This means you're invested, this means that you want to make part of the world that you're playing in, and it means that you are there to play a character. But people often forget to make their decisions malleable. And that is, during gameplay, if something at the table, either dictated by the GM or in casual conversation with one of the other characters, slightly contradicts what you had established inside your head for your character, feel free to just let it go. You don't need to stick to that lore or to that piece of information or personality trait that you had established. Adapt to something that matches the vibe of what's happening at the table at the moment. Some of the best character dynamics I've experienced came from these little improv situations with other characters at the table. And I'll give you a recent example. In my most recent series of live plays, the character I made in my head was supposed to be this super cool, composed, spy, negotiator, socialite type of vibe. Immediately, the first show we play, the other two characters, the vibe is completely different. One makes mistakes because she's super inexperienced, and the other one makes mistakes because he's a silly guy. In that first half an hour, I immediately let go of the core personality traits I had defined for my character, and instead made him super stressed, super concerned about the success of the mission, super concerned about how capable his allies were, and genuinely using his charisma to help his allies instead of progressing the plot forward with NPCs, for example. Needless to say, that immediately clicked with the other players. Inter-character dynamics were established within half an hour, making it a much better show than otherwise it would have been if I had stuck to my original concept. Long story short, don't be afraid to improv. Make your characters malleable.